Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're going to be continuing with our Land of the Viking series. I will be honest with you guys, as it's been over a month now since I last played this. I was in two minds whether to continue with the series. However, I decided on my better judgment because I thought, well, you know what, I was enjoying the game and we got quite far into it, and I wanted to see how the journey progressed. However, as you can see from the screen there, guys, I don't get the option to resume a game. And as you, if you see as well, if I go into load, you can see there, due to an update, um, the actual board's corrupt. Now, it does say that it might not be corrupt, but rather than risking it and getting halfway through the game and find some of the updates and break it, probably best that we just start a brand new series. So I thought, we're going to jump straight in, guys. Now, bear in mind, as some of you remember, we've even changed our colour scheme to the actual channel. We did the original series, as we were then Bong Eye, and now we are now Replicate Gaming. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the changes done. Now, unfortunately, we don't have orange, which is the channel colours, but we'll just go ahead and get the other colours put in place. So I'm thinking we may actually go that way. I actually don't mind that logo, to be quite honest with you. But I think we'll go down that. We'll just continue on and jump straight to the game. See how we get on this time around. Bear in mind, it will take us through the relevant tutorials, as you would expect, because it shows that we've never played it before. But obviously, with us having go through the original series, we can skip past through things and obviously get the tree of life opened early. Right, here we are. So as I said, it is gonna come up with the tutorial, guys. Now, if you've never seen it before, then by all means check out the very first episode to the series so you can see all the individual stuff. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to literally flick through all this tutorial stuff because we've been here before, so therefore I don't need to go through and read it all. Right, okay, and it's now got a new element in, that in regards to the actual running of the actual keys there. Now, before we go any further, I'm just going to just continue with them as well. Right, we need to go ahead and put someone on our workers now. As we know, this is going to require someone with a lot of power. Let's go straight in and see what we've got available. Now, if you've never played the game, guys, you can actually go in there and do auto serve, auto sign once you've unlocked it from the tree of life. But I'm just going to go straight in as it is for the time being. Now, as you can imagine with this type of game, it is based as well by not only by their actual what I'm looking for, whatever they've got up here, whether it be stamina, power, willpower, intelligence, that's like also works on distance to the actual workplace as well. So got one here at 1.9. It was 1.3, which is closest. So we'll go ahead and pick them. We are going to set a second one on there as well if we can. Is this one here, which is 23. So we'll go there. Open that up so that go ahead. Now, as you can see there, it's asking us to cut down some trees and also order some rocks. We'll go ahead straight in and get a couple of these things selected, just so we've got some resources getting made while I'm getting things set up. I'm going to get these trees cut out as well. Now, I'm actually going to just paint all these trees in place, purely because if you've watched me play this game before, I do get a little bit engrossed and forget to go back. Now, if you've never played the game before, guys, bear in mind, if you don't build in an area and there's trees there now, the trees will grow back. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on play, on standard speed, just for the time being. As you can see there, we need to get 3 wood, 20 stone, and 32 timber, as well as make a marketplace and assign a builder and a marketeer. But before I do that, I'm also going to go into the tree of life so we can get some other things unlocked. So as you can see, up here is our talent tree, or our points that we can use, and you can see we've got different things here. So it makes villagers work 1% faster. I'm going to get that, come in handy, and 1% happier. And then this one here requires 3, which will give us access to the field so we can grow our own crop. Not to mention a granary for both the wheat and the barley, as well as a windmill and the brewery. Brewery, not so much a bother, but the windmill's definitely something we're going to need in the future again to make for food. So I'm going to go ahead. That's all our points used up, so we'll leave that where we are. Now, if you remember in the last episodes, guys, I was actually making the path go around the building. This time I'm actually going to do that. I'm just going to make a straight line straight across, so that it's a little bit easier when it comes to building things later on in your game. Because there is ways we can get around it. In regards to the houses, we could just literally put paths going from the building up. And in some cases, looks a little bit tight. Now, as this is a brand new episode, guys, some of you will know that I normally do these episodes for about 35 minutes. And as we are starting again, on this occasion, I think we might actually make this run for a full hour this occasion. See how we get on. And I'm going to do another path down the side there as well, just so we've got it in place. And we've run out of actual coin. We've only got two. Well, we've actually got 0 coins now, and we're currently on day 3. Believe it or not, it's been that quick. While people are actually going ahead and getting things put in place, what I also want to do, as you can see, we've got 2 houses here. We've only got the one there, so I want to kind of mirror it on this side. I'm going to go straight in there and get another house, which I believe is that same house size. Check, yes it is. And we can stick that exact size. So just imagine, at the moment, we've got 21 residents, but we will be getting more in the future, so all her is getting some more build put in. And again, normally I put like the marketplace around here, to the main building, but I'm actually going to bring it a bit further out, maybe build it around about here. Okay, right, with that in mind, guys, I'm going to speed up the actual work. In fact, let me just go in and assign 2 builders. In fact, we'll have 3 builders. We'll have 6 builders, that's basic. 6 builders, 10 labourers. That should keep us going for the time being. I'm going to speed that up. See if we can get things brought in a little bit quicker. So all at the moment we are collecting stone and wood. We've only got the 2 wood that we require. We've assigned the build, as you can see, it's been ticked there, and now we've got 30 rock. Or stone, it says. Now, we've actually met that target, but we haven't caught the other 3 yet, so these will be working through the night, hopefully, to get this up. What I'm going to do as well is I'm automatically going to set that to a maximum limit straight away, so that I don't forget to do it later on. And then we're going to go in and look at the marketplace, see if we can get that put in now as well. And I'm actually going to do that there, so the actual sides are on either side of that there. Now, last time I did this, I actually did it with the path to either side going up and down the middle, but I've put it on the side there because we're going to have the path going down here anyway, and it also means that we can then still build things in front of that main building later on. My plan this time as well, guys, is we're going to have the mine over on this side for the stone, and we'll have the stone cutter and everything over here, and then we'll try and get a couple of fields down this side in regards to food, and then just up on the back there we've got a ledge up here, and I think we'll actually build this out as the farm for getting things like cattle and so on. And our market stall is coming together pretty quickly. Let's see if we can go ahead and add the market here. We can't just yet, but we'll get in there. Right then, so we've got a notification. You've been blessed. The light of Freya shines upon your village like a golden sun and blessed your land. I hope that means we're going to get some nice weather so that we can get some decent crops. Would be nice if they actually give us some money so we can get our passport back in, but not to worry. And there we go. There's our place. And we need someone with speed. We're only going to need the one person for the time being. 47 meters. 47 meters again there. The 2.5. Straight away. Oh, we need speed, not power. Go back down there again then. This seems to be the fastest person. At 40, 52, 47. 1.3 at 43. 1.3. There we go. Take her in there. Brilliant. So we've actually made that one. Now we need to create some connect roads to the buildings and add at least 10 decorations. Now the good thing is, or I should say the bad thing is, we've actually got no money to put the decorations in just yet. We have connected the roads because we've already been through all that already. So we've actually got coin. I'm looking in the wrong place. I was actually looking at food there. So let me just go in and put that road that I wanted to put in originally. It's not going to let me put it where I wanted it. It's going to be a bit skew with. We might have to move that one because it's going to do my head in if I don't. Spin that there. As you can imagine, at the moment we've got no sort of street lighting, so therefore I am going to go ahead and put the lights in as our decorations for the time being. We go in and let me put that back on. Fast forward there. Put the decorations. Now the fire pit is 5 silver, and the actual grand torch is only 4. So what I'm actually do, I'm actually going to put a fire pit just outside of the market stall, therefore people can get warm and warm their hands up while they're out marketing. But I'm actually going to put torches like so. It seemed a good idea to put them in the main building. How many is that we've got? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. We need another 2. So I'm going to put one here because I do intend to have a path going down this road here, and the same goes on that. When these rocks have taken out, we'll put a path down the side of there, and that should give us our 10. And it does. We're going to go ahead and put in a gatherer's hunt and assign a gatherer and collect our first crop. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and put another road straight down here. In fact, I might bring it in a bit closer. So, get our gatherer in. Come under food, I would have thought. Got a gatherer. Now, this is going to give us 100% productivity, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and put that straight in. Now, bear in mind, guys, at the moment we've got 23 residents. Our happiness is at 80, so it's above average, which is good. And but we are going to need to put some additional houses in at some point. Not to mention, we've actually got access to put in fields in. So with that in mind, I'm going to see about getting some paths put in place first of all. We go ahead and put a mine in, hopefully, over on this side. We've got the actual... We haven't got it yet. It's unfortunate. Can we get it now? Mine pit, it requires 3. We've got 3. Let's go ahead and get them straight away then. Then we put the actual mine in along this wall. Now, as it's happening, I wonder if that'll let me put it on straight on that line. That's going to work out really well, actually. Let's go ahead and plug straight in. Means we've got a straight... Go get menu. So that'll help us get the stone in, which means we'll be able to put our stoneworks across here. It'd be nice and in handy there for him. And I think as well, what would be a good idea is maybe put a warehouse across here. Now, I don't believe the warehouse can actually store stone, but it will still be out the way for it to pick things up, so it won't be a bad thing. Just keep an eye on the wood there, because I realise we're getting short on wood after what we've already built. And we've also got our stone cutter, which would put at the side of that. As we progress into the game, guys, there is other buildings that we will unlock, and they do require dress stone, and that requires a lot of stone, a lot of work. Let's just speed that up a little bit while we're waiting. Ideally, I want that stone taken out so I can start putting the path in. Although saying that, we could actually put the path straight down the side of there. If you've never played this game, guys, one thing you will, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me, the amount of work to put in regards to the amount of detail is unbelievable. By the way, guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome in. Thank you very much for checking the video out. And if you do like your city builders, survival games, or even your simulation games, then do please consider hitting subscribe. Turn on notifications so you do notify when I upload and when I go live. And that's just going to give me an idea of where that road's going to lead moving forward. Just so I've got an idea where I'm going to be putting fields and so on. Now, my plan here is that we will be putting some houses across the back here on this stretch. Maybe some on the back of here as well. But we can build on this section also. Now, what I have established on this issue is this has got a bit of an incline. It can become a bit of a nightmare when it comes to planting your crops. But we'll see how we get on. While digging for construction, the villagers noticed that something hit their shovel. They've looked carefully and they realised it was a grave full of silver. It would be best to leave the dead as it is, so as not to incur the wrath of the gods. Don't touch the grave and cancel the construction. Don't touch the grave, but keep building. Or take all the silver in the grave and continue construction. Now then, as this isn't our own civilization, it might have been from civilizations beforehand. Therefore, different thoughts and different religions will think different things. Therefore, we're going to take the actual money and we're going to continue with the construction. Although we might hit the wrath of the gods. The only way we're not going to do that is if we just cancel the construction altogether, which means we'll never be able to build there. But we're not going to do that. So we're just going to take the silver and we'll take the hit later on. Now, before I go any further, as you can probably tell, we haven't got a lot of trees collected. And I'm going to go up there and get all these taken out as well. We've probably got a couple in the actual town centre that I've grown back now. So the hunter-gatherer the gatherer is still collecting. Now, my initial reaction was I was going to put fields across here. I'm now debating on whether to put cattle here because of the actual incline. And maybe put a couple of fields going straight down here. With that in mind, I've got to kind of think in advance as to where I want things. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of the houses just across here. I don't want them too close. Ooh, I like that. So if you hold X in, you actually get an automatic snap. So it's alignment. Now that's something I don't remember seeing before. It might not have even been available before. But it's definitely something I'm going to be using moving forward. And it means I don't even have to rotate. We'll put another 2 in place. And then we've got a total of 8 made up together. including that one we've already done. I'm going to take that out. A little tree, so it doesn't stop us from doing exactly that. Now, with that in mind, we're probably going to be able to put another one on the side of here. Do that the same over there on that side. Right, we've got our herbalist, so let's go over and assign someone there. They require speed and luck. Oh, that's nice. We've definitely got the... no, we haven't. It's the wrong one. We've got the luck there. Not much so much on the speed. The luck is definitely there. I think we're going to put her on. And let's see what else we've got as well. We need two on the diagonal from each other. Or both. Not one very close other than that one there. So let's go ahead and add that. And as soon as that tree's taken down, we'll maybe get another two houses in there. I'm going to go ahead and put another one just on the edge here. We could possibly put two on the side going down there. Not something I've done before. And you'll probably find as well, guys, that I will be doing some things differently this time around. One of which, not rushing. Now, bear in mind, we have got the facility to grow our own crops. This is why I want to get these houses in first of all. So I know exactly where the actual path's going to go before I start looking at putting fields and that in. All right. Now, if any of you have played any other games similar, like Vanished or anything along the lines, you might like this type of game, or anything, or even Ostriv or Patron, which will be other games that we will be bringing on in the future on the channel. So by all means, stick around. If that's you're interested in. Just go ahead and see if we can get this path put in place. Now, again, I don't necessarily have to have it right up against the house. There is a slight turn in this section. Again, this is probably down to the due to the incline on the hill. But we'll put it as straight as we possibly can. Good thing is to put that tree out. As you can see there's a bit of it gets wider as it goes up. Now, with that being in mind, I've just thought there, we haven't got a well in place just yet. Go ahead and put a well. If we put it in that area, it covers that entire area. Possibly put it on that section. And then we could possibly do another one on the opposite side. And that will allow us to get both sides of the main build. Possibly bring it to the front. Slight overlap. There we go. Like so. Right, we've got to build a warehouse, which luckily enough we've already got set up. And we need to make a herbalist and then assign a doctor to the herbalist as well. Now, as it happens, we could potentially put a herbalist in this area, which wouldn't be a bad thing, unless, of course, we put a house in on this edge and put the herbalist there. Let's have a see how this would work. Let's have a go into probably goes to production. Can't imagine it going into food. Life, of course, it would be life, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. We could possibly put it there in amongst the two houses. Too sure on that one. That can't go there because it's going to be in the way of that well. And I'm hoping that's going to allow me to put herbalist on the edge there, facing the main road. Happy days. All right, let's go ahead and get these roads linked. Just to make you aware as well, guys, there will be a new series of Ostriv going live on the channel very shortly as well, due to the most recent update coming out. Oh, newcomers were seen to coming towards the village where they came from. They were attacked by looters. Several families, including children, were able to escape since they could not bring any of their belongings with them. They have to leave everything behind. At the end of the long journey, they reached our village. They need a place to stay, as well as food, and they want to join the village. Now, I'm going to say yes, because we've already anticipated that was going to happen, hence getting the houses put in place as well. But I'm going to put these paths in while we've still got a bit of cash. I know they're not necessarily required. I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer and tidier. And as you can see, we've got a couple of people now at the moment that are homeless. So it's just as well we did put things in when we did. Now, obviously, I've been running around there doing certain stuff, and I've not taken into consideration that we haven't got in a woodcutter. We've got the carpenter, but we haven't got a wood shed. And as we're going to be having the stone cutter over here, it's probably a good idea to try and put these both together if we could. And I know these two would work better together, but they don't necessarily have to be together to do it. Although saying that, quick look there. Yeah. So we're going to put that in priority, the herbalist, just because it is one of the things we do require, as well as the warehouse in the far distance there. So let's go ahead and get that in. The stone is the biggest issue that we've got. Let's have a quick look in regards to how our workers. We've got the marketeer, we've got the carpenter, and we've got a gatherer. Yeah, it's not going to make any big difference at the moment. The one thing we do need to do as well is put a harbour in, a fishing dock in. I did put that on priority. No, I didn't. Right. Now we've at least got an idea of where this first lot of houses are. Now the houses themselves are straight, just the road's a bit off because, like I said, the incline. I'm going to go ahead and put in our first field, just so that we've got some sort of food storage. Now, if you ever come out to play this game, guys, you may find putting farm fields in not the easiest. That tree's going to be in the way. I said that, and that's probably the easiest I've ever seen them figures go in there. So let's go straight in there. We need to put a worker on. We only need the one. Now, these require power. And we've got one there straight away of power. So we're going to go straight ahead. That person in there. And we're going to select wheat. Now, as you can see there, guys, you've got automatic planting and automatic harvesting. But unfortunately, we haven't actually unlocked them just yet. Go ahead and get them planted. So we're actually jumping a little bit far ahead, partly because we've already done this before. So we know exactly where we're splodging, what we should be doing. Hopefully they're going to start picking up these bits of timber that are laying around, because otherwise I'll just go rotten and we'll lose out on the resources. Right, we've got our worker, so we need someone with speed on there as well. Now these are a lot different when it comes to distances now. Got to keep an eye on. Let's just do that pinpoint up to 55. He's got one, not massive. 65. So I've got a. I've got 1 point. We've got a 1.5 there. We'll stick that person up for the time being, just so that we've got someone set up. And as you can see, they should be finishing off this next because it is the priority one. The good thing is, oh, that well isn't actually finished. I thought it was. So we've now got 35 people. We've still got a happiness of 80, which is good. And we've got fame. Shows the size of the strength of the village obtained by complete objects, increasing the village population, and by various events. So far we've been all right. Bear in mind, we did take the money from that thing that we found, so hopefully it's not going to cause us too much when we get the raft. Alvov's dagger has disappeared. No one else in the it has a similar dagger. The villagers have confirmed this. Azolf, one villager claims that one of the newly arrived Vidar family stole the dagger because he saw a dagger in one of their hands. The Vidar family says the dagger belongs to them and denies the accusations. They could not solve the problem between them. Azolf, I brought this dagger from a market outside the village. No one else has one. Nobody knows this. Everyone knows this, sorry. And they want my dagger back. Vidar, the dagger is a family heirloom. I've always carried it with me. This is the only item I could bring when I escaped the raid. If I stole it, I would not use this in public, which is very true. And it actually shows you his family as well, Thurs. What I'm actually going to do, guys, is get the actual investigated. We're not going to go straight away and start blaming people. We're going to get it investigated. And therefore, it takes it out of our hands. Right. We've also got, guys, over here, there's a large lip of land. This one here. What I'm actually planning on doing is maybe put the windmill here. Have a road going round and up. And then we've got storage up across there. Or, what we could do is put the windmill up here. Because it would get plenty of wind. It being on that course there. Go ahead, grab all these trees. Because why not? There's plenty of stone up here as well. Everyone was having fun at the inn. They were singing and drinking. Later that night, most of the people were drunk as usual. Most were dancing. There was also a Sigvat amongst the dancers. He was drunk. He was so drunk that he could hardly stand. After a while, he stumbled in and fell onto the ground. Everyone looked at him and laughed. They noticed something falling out of his pocket. Everyone suddenly fell silent and looked at Sigvad. What he had dropped was Alzov's dagger. Sigval, please forgive me. I needed money. I was going to sell it in the market and pay off my debt. I beg you to forgive me. Azov, I am very sorry to I am very sorry to blame the newcomer. I didn't think the traitor was amongst us. I was wrong. We either kick him from the village, we make Sigval pay the compensation, which is 40 silver, or we torture him, or we forgive him. Now, I'm actually going to go with make him pay the compensation so we don't lose out. Therefore, it's a kind of a win-win for everyone, to some extent. So we've just got to go ahead and assign our doctor, which is going to use intelligence, which makes sense. Let's go back on there. We need someone with a lot of intelligence. If you're going to be a doctor. Oop. 1 point. Oh no, I've got 1.2. We've got anything going above 1.2? Got 1.5. We'll pick that first for the time being. And we've actually got money still, which is good. Right then. build a granary, build a windmill, and assign a miller. And we've got to build 8 houses as well, which we've already done. And we've also got to reach 40 villages, which we're only about 4 off. So we're not doing too bad. But luckily, I'd already started clearing this area for the windmill, which was probably a good thing when I did. Go ahead and get rid of that tree. It's not going to let me because I've picked the wrong one. There we go. Now, I'm actually tempted. Do we put a separate road across there? They've already took it out. We go straight in and get the windmill before we go anything else, and we work out what's going where. Or do we go up here? Is what I was originally thinking. So ground still won't be right. It's answered the question for us. And then with that in mind, we're going to have plenty of storage down the side here to put granaries in. Once we've got rid of these stones. And I didn't realise I'd put it on pause, so I do apologise there. So the windmill will be going in next. Let's go ahead and stick that on priority. It requires 50 stone. We've only got 20, but it also requires 6 logs. We've only got 0. Because we have put them all down. Go ahead and just paint them again. I'm actually going to try and paint as many as I can. Bear in mind, as you can see, they do grow back pretty quick. Alright, so we put that on full speed now. Hopefully, we'll start seeing things. I'm going to go ahead and put a road in across here. So, good thing as well is on that little junction we could then get our fishing dock down here, which I'm actually going to go ahead and put in now. See, there we are. Put it down on this parchment here. Now, ideally, you'd probably stand on these rocks and fish. Good. And we also need to get some. We need to get a granary in. Does it say which in particular one? It does actually want a wheat. Right. Okay. It makes sense because luckily, wheat's the one stock we have got growing at the moment. Get one in. He's all good. And while we're here, let's just have a quick look as to what's going on in regards to our field. We've got the one there. I put it there on purpose so that we can, if need be, we can run another road straight through here. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and put another field right next to it. We're not going to be able to do anything anyway over this part because of the rocks in the way. And as you can see, the height on the field is causing issues. Oh, I think we might have got it there. Bit of an hickledy-pickledy one, but it's gone in all the same. There's still a little bit of a pathway down the middle. Let's go back in on that one. And we'll add another worker. And I think as well, we're going to continue with the wheat. Because obviously wheat is food, whereas barley, as much as you can use it for food and rice and so on, like pulp, you can not use it for beer, but I'm going to go with wheat just because we're going to have to make some bread at some point in the future. Now, as I've just looked there, guys, I can see we've actually got 7 of life points. Let's just go in, see what else we can do here. That is make the villages faster. 1% happier. Crops durability will increase, which is going to be something good to have. And they also produce 5% faster. So between those two, they take up 4. 5% faster on the actual production of the mine. Then over here, we've got the shipyard. I'm actually going to go with the crop because I think they are going to be something we're going to need pretty quick on. And what's this one here? Grain warehouse provides 10% more storage. And we've also got another one there. Villages work faster in the field. Yep, we'll stick one on there. That leaves us 2. Bread production increased by 2. And we'll actually stick that on there as well. So even on this occasion, guys, even on the Tree of Life, we've done things completely different than the first time round. I just hope the villagers appreciate it. We're currently on 44 people. So we've done the 40 people that we needed as well. They have actually put in that we do need the shipyard. So just lucky I put it in when I did. The wheat grain is already up and running. Let's go ahead and get a bread maker in. It'll require power. We've got one straight away there. Bam. They're straight in. All we've got to do now is make our first bread, and it requires grain. It doesn't state which one exactly, but hopefully we'll get something done pretty quick. And as soon as these rocks are out the way, we'll probably put another one in there. Well, possibly put another 2 in there, and then we could do over here, maybe put some more in, and then put barley on this side. And the trees are going down as quick as they're growing. It's just as quick as they're going down. I'm actually enjoying this a little bit more this time around, guys, because 1, I know the game a little bit better, and 2, I'm actually taking more time rather than rushing it, which I think this type of game, it does help. Right, let's just go down to this, and we're going to put that back, or we're going to put this one on priority over the actual stone cutter. And I think as well, we could go ahead and we put some more decorations in, because we are needing some more light. And just as I said that, the actual thing was built. Wrong one. There we are. So we need power on this, which makes sense. This is for the stone cutter, so ideally you want 2 people, I would have thought. We've got one there, and we had another one at 50. Sorry, not 50, 5. That's if they haven't already disappeared. I think I did the right one there. Yep. And I'm going to do exactly the same and put that up to full pace as well. We've got this one that can also go to full pace. So there's no excuse that they can't go, or we haven't got anything. Now, I appreciate they're going to struggle at the moment getting stone. Workers have stopped in this building, which is because there's no stone available. But this will be finished. Ooh, 150 stone. Oh, we're a bit far off on that one yet. And as you can see, guys, we still haven't made our first loaf of bread yet either. And that's partly to do with the fact that the grain hasn't grown yet. And this is the downside. And I don't mean the game's fault, I mean mine. I get too engrossed that I forget to look at what trees need to cut down, because these trees are going down and up just quick. Just go ahead and put in one of them just on that road there. I wonder if we could actually get one in the middle of them, in the middle of those fences. Oh, that worked out really well. And we've got no lighting down here at all. The one thing is, they can't say we haven't got enough light. Did I put one near the actual herbalist? No, I didn't. Can't put them. That's probably just to use a lot of our money up, but not to worry. Right, we're going to need strength on this again. Or power, actually. Okay. Now, they're actually a bit different there, but we have to do what we have to do. More newcomers have coming in. The same scenario. The village is being raided, and they want to join our pact. They need food. We're going to let them join, because, again, more money, more workers, more fame, and a bigger colony should in the future require it, because we've run out or we're going to get attacked. Now, have we got enough housing is the question. At the moment, I don't see anything coming up stating... No, let me just get rid of that. Stating that anyone's homeless, which is good. And the good thing is we've got the mine up running, so they should start getting stone here. Although saying that, we are going to need it more for... Oh, in fact, we've built that one, haven't we? So ignore me on that. And we've actually got our fishing up and running as well there, so we need luck and intelligence. What's the chances? The two top ones. No one very close. And I think that one is the better one. Now, we can't order a ship. We haven't actually got a shipyard just yet. But it does mean that we'll be getting food as well as the stuff. Here comes winter. Here we go. The harsh winters is coming. Harvest your fields. Prepare your clothes until next summer. Right. Have we got any crops that we can take? They are growing, but they are not fertile. So we're going to lose this entire crop, unfortunately. But it's one of those things. It just means that we're not going to get our bread this time around. Do apologise, guys, if your audio went a bit quiet there. It wasn't anything you've done. I was just checking something on my own audio. So therefore, I come off the game. So therefore, it stopped everything from working. Some of the locals are offended by the new arrivals and complain to you. They say that the fish escaped because the newcomers washed all their belongings in the lake. Fishermen complain about not being able to catch fish for this reason. Newcomers say there's nothing else they can do. Fishermen, they are constantly washing clothes in the sea. We can't fish. Not only are we losing money because of them, we won't even have enough fish to eat if it keeps on going. Strangers, we don't have a lot of stuff. That's why we have to use the sea to stay clean. Fishermen should be patient. Use the water in the well, but it might lead to other events like cholera or other things that may come out in the future if it's available. Or forbid washing clothes in the sea. We're going to go with the middle one there. Use water from the wells, because at least we know it's going to be clean as well. No pun intended there. And that way it keeps everyone happy. Got a couple more rocks that can be taken up. Now over here, guys, we've actually got this big area as well, which we can go ahead and put a mine in there at some point, or a stone. Right, our crops are available to harvest. Get them harvested. So we might get the bread after all. They become harvestable just as the winter come in. And they're taking them down as quick as they've grown there, thank God. Now this one is still not working. I'm not too sure why. Oh, it's closed. Open. Does help if you actually open the place. And it looks as though we have actually lost some of the crops. The crops that die. I think we may have got a couple. Hopefully we'll be able to tell from the actual... we've got 16. It might allow us to make one loaf of bread if we're lucky. So we didn't build the shipyard. I put in the fishing dock, not the shipyard. So with that in mind, let's just go in and look at see. We haven't even got the shipyard unlocked yet. We haven't got the points to do it either. Tree of Life shipyard, which needs another 3 points, so that's going to take us a while to get to that one. So, as you can see, guys, we've actually now at 62 residents. We're on 21 days. We're at 64% happiness. So we're just above just below where we need to be. Ideally, a bit higher would be nicer. And we've just produced our first loaf of bread, which is happy, which is give us another Tree of Life point. And we can now produce wool. So we can go ahead and put our goat ranches and that in. As it happens, guys, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. As you can see, I am taking things a little bit slower than what I was and trying to establish things as well as we go through. We've actually got a patient. So on that note, guys, we'll leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Like I say, if you are new to the channel, or if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting subscribe so you get notified when we upload and when we go live, which will be 3 days a week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Simulator, city builders and some survival games. But on that note, guys, take care. And I shall see you on the next video. Ciao for now.